Stress. Job must be stressful.
Yeah.
How do you switch off? How do you de-stress?
That's a great question.
All my questions are great.
That's true. I agree. Because stress, I mean, this was like the number one topic during the pandemic, right? Is mental health and stress management and figuring out what's worth it in life and what isn't, and abandoning what isn't worth it. And I think stress and stress management, even the physiological, biological health implications of stress are being more accessible and more discussed and more talked about across, podcasts and social. The information about this is so accessible now. Stress is so toxic and damaging to us from a health perspective. It's not something that you can do and put off and say, oh, once I achieve this, or once I make this much money, or once I do this, I won't be as stressed. And then the toll that stress takes on you is irreversible. And so managing stress, I think, in the right ways is crucial. I'm not saying that I perfected that by any stretch. Each job or each new experience I face and encounter in life hits me with a new wave of challenges and obstacles that require different stress management mechanisms. So things that I adopted to deal with stress in Oxford may not apply in this job, or vice versa. So you kind of always have to find your sweet spot. I think for me, something that has helped with stress and morale and psyche in general is dissociating my self-worth from what I do. Okay? So a job or a research career or a PhD or whatever will have its highs and lows, and the highs can be high and the lows can be very low. And if you associate your self-esteem with the volatility of any really rewarding pursuit, you're doomed. You're doomed. That's it. So I can't. It took me a while to do that. And it's one of the things that I think I started to learn in Oxford because the PhD was so volatile. And I picked up and sort of optimized throughout my professional journey. And I think that that's something that I've nailed now. So I could face something horrible at work, or a disaster, or encounter something that I know will require, the next couple of months to fix or whatever. But the minute I step home, the minute I'm home, I am able to detach from that in a meaningful way, because I'm detaching self-esteem, self-worth. When I'm immersed in it, when I'm at work, when I'm crisis managing or problem solving, that's different. But and that's helped a lot with stress levels. But I think in general, spending time with family, exercising, eating well. I have a dog who everyone who knows me knows I love him very much, and he's my WhatsApp photo and my phone background. And this is a very well-known fact.
Husky?
Husky, yeah. And he's a stress reliever. A stress reliever for me. There are practical things you can introduce into your life, right? Like all of these things that I just mentioned. But I think it's the way that you're able to sustainably manage and contain stress is psychological. So detaching self-worth from or your identity from what you do has been a really meaningful and helpful tool for me.